Hello YouTube, back again with another exciting video. It's going to be the same custom deck that I've been playing in the last video. It's the same mask archetype but with a new update, because I forgot to I actually decided to create the Grand Masked Tiki Elder, which will make an actual huge difference in this duel, as you'll see later on. Because I feel like, although I might have showed you all my cards, I want to be able to showcase the most of it in a duel as well, so that you get a chance to see the opportunity how they truly work when being played on Dueling Book. So from here, I'm going to Ritual Summon using Demon's Effect by tributing Warlock, as you're going to see here, for the Alpha Mask Beast, which will also trigger Warlock's effect. So since it was used for the Ritual Summon of a Masked monster, I get to special summon and draw a card, of which you drew into a brick of him. And with considering the hand I have, it's very strong. It can eventually help me throughout the outcome of the duel, as you'll see now. Because I'm going to send Mask of Karma from my hand to the grave to special summon the Grand Mask Tiki Elder, and I'll equip him with Mask of Vengeance. So he'll gain 1500 thanks to its effect. And if he manages to destroy a monster by battle while equipped with Mask of Vengeance, I can target one other monster. It gains 1500 attack as well. And from here, I'm going to end my turn. So my opponent draws. We can assume he's playing a Ritual Cyborg deck, but I'm pretty sure while facing off against my opponent, he did Synchro Summon. So there's more to it that I don't know about this archetype that I'm waiting on. Even though I won't be able to see the full potential of the archetype, I pretty much get knowledge of what cards he's playing in this duel, so at the same time it gives me an idea the next time I face him. So let's fast forward here. So he pitches one card and searches two cards out from his deck to the hand. I remind him my deck is not broken, so people don't get my card effects twisted, because people may say this deck is broken, but there are countless archetypes they don't even mention that they're not counting on. So what I mean by that is that regardless, there's going to be a lot of powerful decks out there that will do heavy amount of damage throughout Yu-Gi-Oh! And whether it breaks the game or not, it's for the meta to stay relevant, as you see right now. And although I have negates, I have disruptions with this deck, and although I haven't even gone to my extra deck yet, it gives this deck a chance to actually be able to compete against the meta. And although at least it's not like you could easily get all these negates. I was just really lucky at this point. You just have to be consistent how you play Yu-Gi-Oh! But now I use Mask of Karma's effect to negate his monster effect. But I assume it cannot be destroyed, but it's just negated, so. But it doesn't matter regardless, so. Because him rolling a number can really hurt and destroy countless number of cards on my field that I have present. So I want to make sure to avoid that. And he says my cards are broken, but this is why people need to be able to read their cards, and I mean read it to their opponent, not just to themselves, and make them think whether it's broken or not, so that they can see the flaw in their work. So you can't always judge how other people do their cards while you're pretty much in that same category, if you guys get what I mean. Let's fast forward here. So like I said, he's gonna Synchro Summon, because I made sure to record this, I only record this duel after I saved the replay onto my notepad. So I make sure I have the link, and I save the link onto the notepad so that I can ensure that I can put it onto the browser play the video, and I can easily screen record it, which I should have probably mentioned before, but you guys already know now. And he's being pretty slow right now, so I'm just gonna play, and he's gonna roll a die. I'm guessing he's using the Bullseye General's effect, and I take damage equal 300 equal to the difference, like the number time, like the six-sided die that was being rolled times 300. So I'm gonna negate with Tiki Elder as in response, and then on top of that he cannot attack because that's the only monster I can target right now. Apparently he can't be targeted, so it doesn't work on him. But he's gonna be able to ritual summon with the Mahjong technique, which I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Even I'm confused. I was like, I'm wondering where's he ritual summon? He can ritual summon in the grave. That's why I made a mistake. It's just fine. You can go ahead and do that. Okay, because I admit I couldn't fully read the card. It just seemed way too long to look at. So, and I take half the damage thanks to the Alpha Mass Beast. But either way, his die rolls just seem really insane. Although it's based on luck, but at the same time, you get a huge benefit because of how powerful the die roll is with these cards. Like being able to do 300 depending on the number that you roll on a 6-side die can be truly devastating. Because if you roll a 6, then you get to make full use of the card's effect and be able to deal more damage. As well as this card, you can be able to destroy more cards and basically leave your opponent open and then be able to OTK them after. Because people don't understand how quick Yu-Gi-Oh is, but either way, just put a counter, letting my opponent be aware that I already used their effects this turn. So let's fast forward here. He's gonna attack into my Grand Tiki Elder, or Grandmaster Tiki Elder, take half the damage. So he had 3k, 4k versus 3k. Alpha halves the damage, so only 500. Now I can be able to do something. I'm gonna fusion summon at this point, but he has a response. Probably gonna fusion summon to two monsters actually. Apparently I can't use this effect thanks to this guy, the trick dice, which is fine. No problem. Good thing I'm playing rituals. I'm still thinking, because had I not been able to play rituals, let's be real, I would really suffer in this duel. I would really struggle. But since I'm playing rituals, this gives me an advantage as well. And my opponent really underestimates this deck because of what it's capable of. Because I can manage to do a lot of suffering right now. So I'm going to tribute or shuffle my voodoo and then returning his trick dice to his hand. Oh, my mistake is shuffles. Which is fine. I don't blame that card effect. I know I get the idea you're thinking. Mask of Vengeance effect will activate, equipping onto the Alpha Masked Beast. This deck is just absolutely absurd, I'll be real with you guys. But it's really cool that it's able to just counter really certain like game-breaking cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or game-breaking archetypes. It's just managed in being able to pull through just without having to heavily rely on the extra deck, which just makes the deck that much worth playing, honestly. Because you don't entirely need the extra deck for a deck to be good, because this deck can win even without the extra deck. But there are times you need monsters in your extra deck in order to be able to counter certain powerful monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Whether it's broken or not, but it really helps. Because it makes new archetypes more relevant and helps them be able to make a difference in Yu-Gi-Oh! So something that people are very curious about. It builds curiosity and then gives them reason to want to play new archetypes. So let's fast forward. Here's going to attack to my Grand Tiki Elder. I prefer to call it that for short. This deck is dead regardless, so depending what you draw, but I'm being real with you guys. Like, if you don't draw into fusion, then odds are you gotta figure else whatever strategy you have to do in order to come back, or find ways to retaliate if your opponent has anything that opposes your card effects that you have trouble like being able to counter with. So from here, it's pretty much gonna be game regardless. So I'm just gonna switch my three monster defense just in case if things don't turn out the way it would. So I'm gonna normal summon my Masked Wander. Use effect to search. Does he have a response? No, he doesn't. To go into Crimson. I'm gonna tribute it to special summon the demon from my grave. And here I'm gonna be able to fusion summon again, but this time an even stronger monster. What you're gonna see right now is gonna be the Masked Beast Discardius Remnant, and then Warlock's effect will resolve. A draw 2 thanks to Discardius, and I destroy a mask card. And when a mask card is destroyed, I can gain control of one monster my opponent controls, and it's a non-targeting effect. And although it may seem broken, it only works unless the card is destroyed, because there are cards out there that don't destroy. And then you can tell what's going to happen. My opponent is going to scoop at this later on. Later throughout the duel. He's probably really upset with what's going on right now, so at the same time I can't blame him. But there are times where I just want to be able to make my deck be able to compete with the current meta or any cards out there, so that has a chance of actually making a difference in Yu-Gi-Oh! So, but you can just tell looking at what my opponent's typing. He isn't too happy. He isn't fond of this deck, but I don't really care. So, because whether it's about me or not, or they have to attack. So, I thought he ended the battle phase or something. Okay, alright, that's fine. Just want to check the battle phase. And I found I should have attributed Warlock with Mask Order shuffling deck, but you know what? And from here he scoops because he was going to lose anyways. But again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.